$250,000. This is how much I've got off the asking price on a property in Sydney eastern suburbs, Queen's Park. The vendors was chasing 2.8 million. This is a 3-bedroom in Queen's Park. I did end up buying for 2.555 million. $250,000 off. To put it in perspective, 250 grand is like buying a Ferrari. Yes, I checked. That's a $500,000 flat whites. That's your kid's entire private school tuition. That can be a deposit for another property. And the crazy part is not because the property was overpriced. It wasn't because the vendor was desperate. It wasn't because the market was crashing. It was because of the 3 words the agent said, designed to make my clients panic and overpay by $250,000. But we didn't panic. So the vendors came our way and we walked away with $250,000 in our pocket. I'm gonna show you exactly what happened, word by word, tactic by tactic. My name is Perry and I am a buyer's agent based in Sydney. I don't work for the vendor, I work for the buyer. I've negotiated 100 deals across the eastern suburbs and northern beaches. I've been featuring the Australia Financial Review and the Daily Telegraph, and I've built this channel for one reason: to give buyers insider knowledge to make sure you don't get screwed. What I'm sharing today is not a theory, this is the real deal. Real numbers, real fact, real words. And if you're buying the property in Australia, the same things can happen to you. So the property was a house in the Sydney eastern suburbs, Queen's Park. Great street, good bones, the type of place that as soon as you walk in, you start picturing where is the couch goes, where the TV goes. That's exactly the problem. But we'll get to that. So the asking price was $2.8 million. That was the vendor's number, not the market value. Was not what the property was worth. My evaluation was 2.65, 2.7 million max. So the vendors went to the agent and say, hey, I want $2.8 million minimum. The agent smiled and said, leave it with me. So my clients, when they called me, they wanted to offer 2.6 million and they hired me. They were already nervous, they were excited already, and my clients wanted to offer 2.6 million. And he said to me, Perry, this is a lot of money. And I said, yes, it is a lot of money. That's why we are going to offer 2.5 million. And my clients say they will laugh at us. And I say, yes, good. That's the first step. So the first thing I did, I pulled out the 90 days comparable sales. Two similar properties on the same street or surrounding streets. And I found something sold for $2.45 million, was smaller. And another one was sold for $2.75 million, and that was the most recent one. Similar land size for the one that we're trying to buy. So when I did put the offer of 2.5 million to the real estate agent, he was kind of, but he did engage. So I did submit an offer in writing. Clear offer, 48 hours deadline. Respectful but firm. 2 hours later, I get a call. The tone shift, the pace slow down, and it gets serious. And the agent said, Perry, I need to let you know there is another offer on the table. I can't tell you the amount, but I would encourage you to put your best foot forward. Those are the words, the most expensive words. I have another offer on the table. And I say, thank you, thanks for letting me know, but we will stick to 2.5 million. The agent paused, quiet. And that's what they do. They go to the average buyer, they tell them the similar script, the buyer panic, and they can go higher. I didn't. They say, Perry, the other offer is much higher than yours. I think you should reconsider your offer. And I said, I understand. We are comfortable at 2.5 million. If the vendor accepts, great. If not, I wish them all the best. Hang up. Now, this is where most buyers would freak out. As soon as they hear we got an offer much higher than yours, that phrase is designed to make you feel like you are far off for what you need to be at. The real estate agent encourages you to go strong And my clients was freaking out. They said, Perry, I don't want to miss this. Someone else is gonna buy. How about we put a stronger offer? And I told my clients, you do not want to bid against yourself. My clients was thinking to put 2.7 straight away without receiving a counter offer. And I say, no, you need to stay quiet and you need to stay calm. I say, if you go $2.7 million right now, you just paid an extra 200 grand just for a rumor. We don't actually know if there is a real other offer. We don't know the amount, we know nothing. The moment you move, you confirm to the agent that you are scared. And the scared buyer is an expensive buyer. So he said to me, so we just do nothing? And I said, we do the hardest thing in negotiation, nothing. So Friday silence, Saturday silence. My client sent me 4 text message. I replied to 1. They probably hated me at that point. Sunday morning, I get a phone call. The real estate agent say, Perry, the clients would like to counter offer to 2,650,000. Now, that's a very good sign, means they are entertaining the offer. So I choose to increase the offer to 2,555. And I put, this is our best a final offer because we are seeing something else in 2 days. 60-day settlement. Take it or leave it. The agent say, okay, I'll call you back. 20 minutes later, deal done, offer accepted, 2,550,000. 60-day settlement. My clients was dying, didn't sleep for 2 days. Vendor's expectation was 2.8 million, the dream price. 2.55 was the real price. $250,000 saved. And that's because we were calm, patient, and firm. Now, let me break down why those words are so powerful. Because it's very important to understand the psychology behind. So when the agents say we have another offer on the table, there are 3 things that happen to the brain. The first one is the fear of missing out. Fear of missing that someone else will get it. So all that inspections and all the pictures that you have in mind, I'm gonna put the couch there, I'm gonna put the television there, I'm gonna put the kitchen bench there, gone. And that fear is physical. So this is your script. The exact words to say when an agent tell you, we have another offer. You say, thank you for letting me know. We are comfortable with their price. If the vendor would like to accept, we are ready to move. If not, we understand and take you. That's it. That's the whole script. Nice, polite, say thanks. This is our offer. We're not going higher. Let me know if you should stick to this or if you should move to something else. Firm, final, no emotion, you good. Not like, oh, how much is the other offer? What if we go higher? You stick with your numbers, you hold, you let the silence work. Then you wait. Now, here is how you read the silence. If the real estate agent call you back the same day, means they are nervous and they want to close you before you lose interest. Means you have leverage now, so don't move. If they call you back the next day, they are testing. Don't move. If they call you back after 48 hours, the other offer is either gone or was never real. Now you have maximum leverage. At that stage, you can hold your number or you can come up a little bit. When I say a little bit, 5, 10, 20 grand, not 200. That's the difference between negotiating and surrendering. Understanding when you can take advantage and get good prices versus competing. If they don't call you back at all, means the offer was real and they got a better deal. And you walk away with the money and you buy the next property. There is always another property. There is never another 250 grand. So this is your checklist. Quick recap. Number 1, set your maximum price before you make any offer. Write it down based on comparable sales, not the price guide. One is written down, lock that in. The agent can say whatever they want. Your number doesn't move. Number 2, when you hear there is another offer, do not increase it. Don't ask for the amount. Don't ask how much higher. You say your offers stay the same, full stop. Number 3, wait. The silence is your weapon. 48 hours minimum. If they want your money, they will call. If they don't call, means the other offer was either better or never existed. Either way, you save yourself a few $1,000s. Confidence comes from preparation, not from guessing. So if this one was helpful, please drop a comment below. Has someone ever said something like that to you? Like there is another offer on the table? What did you do? Leave the comment below. So next week I'm gonna talk about a client's bought a property and the valuation came in low on a deal and the bank threatened to pull finance. So this is what we did. This is my next video next week.